We will start with the simple Maxwell equations. Then we will see why we use these Maxwell equations and what are the different applications. So first of all, let us start with the different forms of the Maxwell equation. So to derive the Maxwell equation, let us start with the static case. For the static case, we have the different types of the equations: electrostatic equations and the magnetostatic equations. For the simple electrostatic equations, del cross E is equal to 0. Del dot E is equal to rho by epsilon. And for the magnetostatic, del cross H is equal to J. And del dot B is equal to 0. So these are the basic equations for the static case. So these are for these equations for the electrostatic, and these two are for the magnetostatics. Okay, for the more detail of these equations, you can see my previous videos. We are going to start with these equations. Now let us start with the first equation, which this Maxwell modified. This equation, del cross H is equal to J. This is the equation which Maxwell modified. Now he used the identity to modify this equation. Just take the divergence both sides of this equation. So you can write that del dot del cross H. I have taken the divergence both sides. So del dot J. Simple one. Now we know that this we have identity in the matrix. No, not in the matrix. Identity in the vectors. Now divergence of curl of any vector field is always 0. So del dot del cross H is always 0. This is the identity in the vectors. So for that, this, if this is equal to 0, then it implies that del dot J should be equal to 0. Now by using this continuity of the current, or we can say the continuity equation, we know that this del dot J, the net flow of the current, is equal to minus rate of change of the charge density, okay, minus curl rho upon curl T. This is the continuity equation, we know that. Now for the static case, this rate of change of the charge density is 0. So del dot J is 0 for the static case. But if we are going to study this dynamic cases, because the Maxwell equations is for the these time varying cases. Okay, so Maxwell proposed that this del dot J cannot be equal to 0. Okay, this del dot J cannot be equal to 0 for time varying case. Okay, if we have this time variation, so this del dot J can't be equal to 0. So we have to modify this equation for the time varying case. So let's Maxwell modified this equation like that. Now to hold this equation for the time varying case, you need to add something. As we know, del dot J is equal to what? Minus curl rho upon curl T. If you add here curl rho upon curl T, then this is the negative of the curl rho upon curl T, that will be cancelled out. Now it is equal to 0. Left hand side is equal to right hand side now. Okay. Now we also know that from this equation, this above one, this one, the alternative form of this equation is del dot D is equal to rho. Okay, you can check my previous videos for that. Just remember that the del dot D is equal to rho. This is the alternating form of this. Del dot E is equal to rho epsilon. You could take the epsilon here for the this homogeneous mediums. Okay, so the certain conditions is there. Okay, so put the value of rho from that equation. You will get what you will get. You will get del dot J plus curl by curl T del dot D. We have put the value of rho from that equation. So it will be equal to this del dot del cross H will be equal to, take the divergence common from the both these. So you can write this del dot J plus curl D, sorry for that, curl D by curl D. Simple. This is D. So this divergence will be cancelled out from the both sides. It implies that this del cross H is equal to J plus curl D upon curl D. So this is the Maxwell equation. Okay, this is the only Maxwell equation, because all the other equations are some laws. So this is the simple equation which Maxwell modified for the. So this is, you can say, numbering is not there actually. We have the 4 Maxwell equations, so numbering is there, but this is the, we can say this is the first Maxwell equation. Okay. Now this equation, this one, this is also modified. Del cross E is equal to 0 for the static case, but this equation was modified by Faraday. Okay, before this work of the Maxwell, Faraday in 1831 modified this equation del cross E. He performed an experiment and found that this is del cross E is not equal to 0 for the time varying case. For that he proposed that will be equal to curl B upon curl T. So this is the you can say this is the Faraday law gives the second Maxwell equation. Okay, so del cross E is equal to 0 for the static case. Okay, del cross E is equal to 0 for the static case. For the time varying case, del cross E is equal to minus curl B upon curl T. So you can we can say that this the curl of the electric field is not zero, or electric field is rotational for the time varying case. Okay, and these two equations will remain same, this one or this one and that one. So del dot D is equal to rho. This is the third Maxwell equation, and del dot B is equal to 0. This one is the fourth equation. So we have derived the four Maxwell equations from the static case, because first of all, first we had these static cases, static electrostatics equations and the magnetostatic equations. So we have modified these equations. We have not modified it. Actually, Maxwell modified one equation, and one equation was modified by the Faraday. So all these four equations are called as a Maxwell equations. So this is the simple differential form, because del is there, and we know that the value of the del is ax curl by curl x, ay curl by curl y, az curl by curl z in simple Cartesian coordinate system. So we have the differentiation del is there. So these forms where we have the del in the equations is called as a differential form. Okay, Maxwell equations in differential form. One more thing, this is the, what is J? J is the current density, and this curl D upon curl T is a displacement current. Okay, so this equation mathematically, Maxwell equation found mathematically that if we have this time varying magnetic field, then some displacement current is there. Okay, the current is there, simple current is there, so we have this current density, but some displacement current is there, some movement is there of a particular device. So this displacement current was introduced by the Maxwell. Okay, and this is rate of change of the magnetic field. Curl B upon curl T will produce the electric field. So you can say that this curl D upon curl T, rate of change of the electric field, is producing the magnetic field here in the first equation, and rate of change of the magnetic field is producing the electric field. So they will produce the electromagnetic waves, because this, let us say this is the electric field and this is the magnetic field. Okay, let us use the another representation. If white one is the electric field and this is the magnetic field, and then again this is the white one is the electric field and the red one is the magnetic field. So this electric field is producing, rate of change of electric field is producing the magnetic field. Then again, if we have the magnetic field, the electric field is producing the magnetic field, and this rate of change of this magnetic field is producing the electric field. Again this rate of change of this producing the magnetic field, and so on, it is continued. So these electromagnetic waves will be generated if you have this time varying this electric field, that will generate the magnetic field, or vice versa. Okay, so these equations are the backbone of the communication system, any communication system. Okay, we are using the Bluetooth, we are using the this Wi-Fi, we are using the internet wirelessly. So all the communication by using the antennas, all these satellite communication, all are using the electromagnetic waves. Okay, without the electromagnetic wave there is no communication. That's why these Maxwell equations are very important. These equations are called as the backbone of the communication system. So let us see now these equations. Let us see now. We have already discussed these equations in the differential form. Okay, so let us rewrite. This is the first equation, J plus curl D upon curl T. So we will modify these equations in the integral form. The second equation is del cross E is equal to minus curl B upon curl T, and this del dot T is equal to rho del dot B, this is B, is equal to 0. So if you need to convert these equations in the integral form, so take the surface integral of this equation both sides. If you take the surface integral both sides, then something like that, take the surface integral both sides. Del cross H dot ds is equal to, take the surface integral J dot ds, simple and simple, plus take this curl by curl T out of the integration. Okay, this is not a closed one. Okay, this is not a closed integration, so remove it. Closed integration is not there, so let's rewrite it. Because this is not a closed integration. J dot ds plus, take this curl by curl T out of the integration. J dot ds. So we have taken the surface integral both sides of this equation. Now we are modifying these equations. So now apply the Stokes theorem here. If you apply the Stokes theorem, that will be equal to, it implies that, apply the Stokes theorem, you will get, so surface integral of the curl of any vector field can be represented as a closed line integral S dot dl is equal to, here surface integral is there, so you can write it like this, join it J curl D upon curl T, okay, dot ds. So this is what, this is the total magnetomotive force, okay, is given by the this surface integral of this current and the displacement current. This is the chart, this is the vector quantity J, this is the current density, and this is the displacement current. Okay. So we will see what basically the basic definition of these equations. So this is the first equation in the integral form. We have used here the Stokes theorem. To know more about the Stokes theorem, okay, know more about the Stokes theorem, you can see, you can watch my the previous videos. Now this, we are going to modify this equation. Again, take the surface integral both side of this equation. If you take the surface integral both side, del cross E dot ds is equal to integration take minus out curl B upon curl T dot ds. Simple. So you can write it as like this. Now again apply the Stokes theorem. So it will be converted into the closed line integral. Okay, that will be equal to the total flux. Okay, so this E dot dl is the electromotive force. Simple, electromotive force. And this rate of change of this per unit length, okay, so you can take this curl by curl T out, so this remaining here will be this one, and this whole term is the total flux, output flux, so it can be written as curl phi upon curl T, total magnetic flux. Simple. And this is the, what is this? This is the closed surface electromotive force in a closed surface is equal to, so minus sign is also there. Okay, we have the minus sign, this one, minus sign is also there, so that will be, that should be here. So this is the second equation in the integral form, and this is called as a Faraday law because it was given by the Faraday. And this equation, this first equation, this is given by the Maxwell, is also called as the Ampere's law. So don't confuse in this. This is the Ampere's circuital law, and this is the second equation is simple one, Faraday law. Now this equation, we can also modify this equation. Take the volume integral both side. Take the volume integral both side of this equation. So I'm writing, for simplicity, I'm writing here down. Take the volume integral of this equation. So you can write here del dot d dv is equal to rho volume integral dv. Simple. So now take the use the divergence theorem and apply here on that. By using the divergence theorem, you can write here this volume integral is converted into the surface integral. and this rho dv will be equal to the total charge enclosed by that surface ds. So that will be equal to, so this is what, this is the Gauss law. Okay, this is the Gauss law. Similarly, take the volume integral of this both side and apply the divergence theorem. So you will get, I'm writing it directly, B dot ds close is equal to 0. Simple. So these are the basic equations in the differential form as well as in the integral form.